Oh, is it working? Are we working? Huh. All right. Well, what's up, everybody? I'm back. It's Tuesday, and I'm gonna say I'm ready to ramble, but I need to like warm my voice up or something here because um it's a little bit tired. Also, I don't know if you can tell, we've made a couple of improvements. I've got a camera that is not quite as terrible as my just plain regular old MacBook camera, although it's kind of giving me like a fisheye look a little bit here. I feel like my nose is a lot closer to the camera or something. This is gonna take some getting used to, and I'm probably gonna have to start wearing more makeup or something because I can like actually see myself in this camera. But this is an improvement. So I'm gonna shout out Charlie for this. Charlie sent me this camera so that I can go live, and he said that my old camera setup was giving him a headache when he tried to watch these live streams. So shout out to you, Charlie, for hooking me up with this camera. I'm pretty excited about it. But like I said, when I was going to be on time tonight, this is close to being on time tonight. um, but then I couldn't figure out how to make this new camera work. So I'm back though. I'm back. I'm late. Nothing is really different there. A little distracted. That's pretty much normal too. Oh, and I just got an email about the machine gun shoot. So it is wild. If you read the title, you know that we are officially 10 days out from the first annual All American Machine Gun Shoot and Gun Show, which in and of itself is really mind blowing because I remember the first time that I mentioned it on here to y'all and how I was trying to beat around the bush and really not tell you what exactly was going on. And it is just blowing my mind that we're almost here. We're almost to this dream really of mine to be able to put this on, and it is a doozy of an event to plan. I can see why after 50 years Knob Creek would be tired. It's a lot. I'm a little sleepy. My normal sleep schedule right now is wake up and work as early as I possibly can, and then last night I didn't fall asleep until 5:30. So technically this morning, then I woke back up at 8, and I had tea, but I didn't ever have coffee today, so my brain's a little bit tired. But we're working through it. We're working through it. So, what's up, Josiah? Glad you're on here. I am ready to ramble. Cowboy Jeff, I'm glad you're on here too. Adam, double Adams. I was about to say triple Adams, but that's the same Adam that commented twice. So almost tricked me. Sam of Anarchy, glad you're on here. I'm doing well. Just a little bit tired, if you can't tell. I might be a little extra scatterbrained tonight, more so than usual, but we'll work through it, right? Max, I'm glad you're on here. Cowboy Jeff, new cam is showing off the prize box. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you can actually read that, right? Okay, so we'll get to that in a minute, but I wonder if you can see that little flame on that box. That's something pretty exciting. Colton, what's up? Howdy, howdy. Jathan, hi, glad you're on here. Yeah, so we're just rambling tonight. I know what I don't. We're gonna try to use real sentences tonight. But at least once a week, I think we go off on something like I just did. So anyway, what all have y'all been up to this week? It kind of feels like it's been more than a week since I was on here. Also, I don't have a Chick-fil-A cup, and I was kind of getting used to having a Chick-fil-A cup in my hand when I'm on here. That does not mean that I didn't go to Chick-fil-A today, though, because truthfully, I had it for lunch. But anyway, is the first commenter the prize winner? So, okay. So this right here, we'll get into this now since eyes are on the prize back there. Okay, I mean, you can kind of read that, I think, right? It says exothermic, and it is exactly what it says it is. It's a flamethrower. We got a flamethrower. We got a flamethrower and a second flamethrower that has a special attachment for a rifle. So yeah, these are a couple of the door prizes that we have for All American Machine Gun Shoot and Gun Show. Exothermic was not going to be able to be there in person, but they did send one of their new flamethrowers and one of their new underbarrel flamethrowers. So pretty daggum excited to be able to give this away to somebody. Obviously, you know that I've got quite the obsession with flamethrowers. So even just get my hands on these, I am all smiles. I told y'all that I've got a series of stuff that I am working on with flamethrowers. So this is the next journey. Flamethrower. My other ones are in the garage. But anyway. All right, I'm gonna read comments for a second while y'all think about the flamethrower prize. Okay, I'm gonna have to be careful too, because this whole getting too close to the camera to read, it's like scaring me a little bit when I looked up and saw how close my face was. Okay, anyway, what have I been up to? Let's see. I didn't hit my coworker with a chair. We'll give you a little clap. We'll give you a little pat on the back for that, Josiah. It does sound like your social skills may be improving. I don't know what they were like before, but can't read on my Samsung phone. Okay, exothermic flamethrower. Right there. Can't wait for All American season 5 to come out. Me too. I actually really like that show. However, we were talking about All American Machine Gun Shoot and Gun Show, which is separate from the TV show, but hopefully just as great. That is a really cool deal. I think so too. Charlie has a burn pile for it. Charlie, maybe I can help you out. I'm kind of a redneck, so I have my own homemade flamethrowers. I like the way you work. I don't have any homemade flamethrowers. I do, however, have well, depends on how you want to count it. If you want to say 3.5 or 4 flamethrowers now, and I think that I need the other ones. I'm not going to get too far into everything I got from Exothermic, but right now we're just really excited that I'm going to be able to give this away to somebody that comes to the machine gun shoot. How freaking cool is that? I never thought this would be my life. Things are about to get heated up. Yes, they are, because the weather's cooling down and it is fire season. We're excited. Officially, I think where I live, it is officially fire season. So the firebug in me has already had a couple of little bonfires before this because, of course, but I am pretty daggum excited. Also, I forgot what I was going to say. It had to do with hot dogs. So I think I can't remember what I was watching the other day, or I was reading, I can't remember. But it was something about how I think September 1st isn't really White After Labor Day anymore. It's like the official day where it's not socially acceptable to grill hot dogs. I don't know. I'm going to just change subjects because I read that and I thought it was the funniest thing I'd ever heard, because how many people are cooking out hot dogs during football season? But technically, according to this somebody wrote this rule down that says it's not socially acceptable. Hilarious. That was definitely a ramble, a hardcore one right there. But yeah, so like I said, my brain is primarily running through emails and playlists and layouts and schedules and what else? Rules and safety precautions and all sorts of very fun material right now. So if y'all want to help me spice up this conversation, what do we want to talk about tonight? We already got flamethrowers covered. Oh, I can show you this. Okay, so I'm gonna open it so that it is not glary, but I got patches. Pyromaniac Rachel is about to come in for full circle. Yes, you're absolutely right. I am definitely a firebug. I am not ashamed. Okay, guys, so how exciting is this? I am obviously very excited, but our event patches got here. Ooh, this one's got a little bit of, there we go. Look at that. Oh, can we make this camera focus? I love it. This just feels so special because I know how much I know how, obviously I've been on the inside of this event, which has been a lot, but it's just really hard to believe that it's like actually happening. And we have patches, and I approved the t-shirt design today. They sent me the final artwork for their t-shirts. Now I'm using my new camera as a mirror, which I actually think I could do my makeup in this camera. Anyway, sorry, scatterbrain. We got our patches. I approved t-shirt artwork today. I got all of our wristbands came in. So it's just so real right now. We've got prizes loading up. I try to make my office look a lot more organized than it is, but if you can see right here, well, right here, you can kind of see that there's obviously boxes. My office is a mess. My office is so daggone full of boxes right now. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I just can't believe it's finally happening. I move into the sawmill next week, and I'll be out there all week. We will be setting up tents. Start coming in Monday, Tuesday. They'll be setting up tents from Monday to Wednesday, and then all of the vendors come in Thursday, and then it comes alive Friday when it opens up to the public. So pretty daggum crazy. Anybody on here planning to be out there? Our crowd's a little bit smaller tonight, which is probably my fault because number one, I was late. Number two, I haven't been telling y'all I'm going to get on here. But and I kind of ghosted you for like 2 weeks because I was sick and then exhausted. So my fault. I have missed y'all though. Yeah, is anybody on here planning to be out there? New flamethrower video is needed. Yes, Charlie. Absolutely. How about T-Rexes with flamethrowers? Well, my only concern there is that their arms are a little bit short and the flamethrowers get very hot, so they might get some like chin sweat going or something. But I mean, whatever. Nothing wrong with liking fire. I absolutely agree. Very cool patches. Thank you. I am just so happy with them. Patch Ops really killed it. He really set them up nice. And he is the one that discovered our little spelling error that I don't know how many people noticed, but it's okay. So on our original flyer and the original patch artwork that we sent over, there's a little bit of a spelling error in the word heritage, and the I was switched around. So on the flyers, I got the proof back from Patch Ops the night before 1,500 flyers showed up at my house, and there was there was that little spelling error. So anyway, my flyers, I decided not to get them reprinted because of time and whatnot. My flyers read a live fire celebration of American heritage, which we're in the South. We can make that work. But I was definitely embarrassed. And I think I may have mentioned this on one of my other lives. The exhausted, perfectionist side of me might have cried over it, but we're not going to get into that. And if you ever point it out or call me out in public, I will lie and say that I did not cry over a flyer, but I might have cried over a flyer. Anyway, I want to say pass. I want one that says pass the ammunition. Hey, maybe next ones will say that. I wanted to do that I pretty much with everything I posted or anytime I post a flyer, I'll have the Praise the Lord Pass the Ammunition song playing in the background. I want to do some sort of shirt or patch that plays up that because that has been the theme of this year and this whole planning thing. So anyway, I wish you could, Colton, I wish you could be there too. I wish you could be there too. We're hoping for a really good turnout. Yes, Peeps kill. Yes, wait. Yes, kill. What are we talking about? We're talking about the little marshmallow candies. Oh my gosh. I just remembered I have candy corn downstairs and I meant to bring it up here so I could munch while we chatted. I guess I'll do that when I get off of here. That is my evening. That's what is ahead of me this evening. Wish I wasn't so far away. Excuse me. Wish I wasn't so far away. It's your weekend off. Oh man, I wish you weren't so far away either. You should just road trip. It's gonna be a great time. Fire breathing dragons. Yes. The inner firebug in me is screaming to get out, but sadly, in a burn ban. Oh no, you're in a burn ban? You know, technically there might be an extended burn ban or something around us because it is so daggone dry. I haven't even cut my grass for the last time, just because we haven't gotten rain in so long. And the hurricane was supposed to come straight for us, but it ended up veering off and went a little bit further north and hit a different side of South Carolina. Excuse me. So we got no rain. We went from 100% rain for 3 days to zero rain at all. Not even like a pretend raindrop or anything. So that means that the pond is starting to dry up a little bit, and the grass just doesn't need to be cut for a little bit longer because I want it to be alive. You know, it's obviously very dry. And the worst part about this is y'all know how we built the little shooting berm at the house in July. Well, we also sprayed it with hydro seed, and it hasn't rained, and there's no way to get water over there unless you were to like truck it. And anyway, we don't have the equipment for that. So the grass that we paid like a good chunk of cash for is dead, which is just so disappointing. So I assume now probably a tree is going to try to grow on it or something. And it's just going to be more work. It is kind of fun to go out there though in the mornings or the evenings, and you can see where like a deer or a raccoon or something's been climbing on the berm. I think the cat goes up there sometimes too. But anyway, totally rambling now. Excuse me. Things happen and life hits. You need to take care of your physical and mental health. Absolutely. Absolutely. Could not agree with that more. Although, as far as my physical health, I probably should be sleeping a little bit more, but my body won't let me because I'm worried about things and stuff and things. I guess another little bit of exciting news is we are fresh off of Iraq Veteran 8888's Range Day weekend, which ended up being an absolute blast. It always is, but there obviously was the gloom and doom and loom of the hurricane that was supposed to be heading straight for us. And overall, there was no rain there either. So it completely veered off. But that was also kind of like a little taste preview of what All American Machine Gun Shoot's going to be like not this coming up weekend. Thank God. I got a whole extra week in between now and then. But where Iraq Veteran 8888 shoot is maybe like 30, 45 minutes to an hour probably from where All American is. So we were just kind of feeling it out. Like if we are a total washout for All American or for IV 8888, is the range at the Sawmill going to get hit very hard because they were supposed to be a direct hit as well. So there was a little bit of concern there and a little bit of feeling it out, and obviously hoping to not get sick coming off that trip if we were going to be out in the rain all day. And it was just absolute beautiful weather. A great time out there. There were some folks that came this year that we used to see down in Port Malabar at the subgun matches. So just a really, really, really overall great trip. Again, it always has been. It's his shoot is probably one of my favorites in the industry just because it's constantly bringing in new companies or new up and coming influencers or just some really great people. And it was the same again this year. So it was another really, really great time. Although this year I was so, I didn't get to shoot as much as I wanted to. And it was totally my fault because I got caught up talking to people that I hadn't seen this year and just catching them up on what all I've got going on. But I did not get to shoot enough. So I'm gonna have to remedy that here in a couple weeks. Where are we at with comments? I wish I could make it out, but sadly, oh no. These yawns are serious. I need to like snap and wake myself up. Goodness. Too bad I don't have like a Twitch where you can send the little graphics or whatever to scare me because I need to be scared awake right now. The future. We're improving things every week here, right? I just got this fancy new camera, so the next iteration of Rambling with Rachel, something that scares me awake. Or maybe I need to move this up to like 9:30. Oh my gosh. I promise next time I'll have caffeine before we do this. Washington hasn't had rain for a couple of months now, mostly 70s and 80s. Goodness. Yeah, I guess that would probably make you be on a burn ban. There will be I'm sorry, I read this comment in my head. There will be tons of pictures and videos. We definitely got that covered for this event. And yeah, I mean, they'll be shared everywhere. I'll be sharing anything that goes on All American. Will go to my page as well. And we'll run from there. Glad you're safe. Thank you. I plant peeps to go wild out there. I plant peeps to go wild. Are we still talking about the candy? I only get between 4.5 and 5.5 hours of sleep daily from being in the military unless I'm sick. Oh no, you said that, it made me yawn. I really needed a nap today because the 3 hours of sleep I got this morning, or 2.5 hours of sleep I got this morning, really wasn't quite enough. I needed like a little bit more. I actually almost took a yard nap today. I went to take the dogs out, and Roxy, there's a yard blanket outside, and Roxy stopped at the yard blanket and was like, I ain't getting up. So she laid down, which meant I laid down, and the sun was just hitting me just right that it was like nice and warm out there with a no English with a nice little breeze. It was so nice. I almost fell asleep, and then Arlie got up and decided to like throw himself down and roll around, which is just so typically him. But anyway, and Roxy wanted to lick my face, so that didn't last long enough to actually get a yard nap in. But I will probably, goodness, I will. Sorry, guys. I will probably be crashing the second I get off of here because Rachel needs a little sleep. I need my beauty rest. Can't you see these well, Charlie, I need my old camera back. This new one's showing off my sleepiness. You're allowed to yawn. You've been doing work. Yes, I really have. I have it. It's, I'm sure a lot of y'all can relate to this where you have so much work you need to do, and you can work all day, not like, maybe there's some days where I forget to eat, or I'll forget to I'll just forget like the little things because I'm so focused on like trying to get this stuff done. And then you can get to the end of the day where it's like, 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night, and there's still so much stuff that you didn't get to, but you were working all day. And it's like, where the heck did all the time go? So, yeah. I don't know. Oh, Smash Time's on here. I'm going live with him tomorrow. If he's mentioned tomorrow's live will be great. Tomorrow's live, I will have caffeine. Before it. So I promise I will not be yawning like this when we go live. Plus tomorrow, Wednesdays are wrestling and Survivor. So like I've got all of that to keep me awake too. It's going to be a great night. My alarm is going off at 4 a.m. No, thank you. Sometimes I set an alarm at 4 a.m. Because I think I'm going to wake up and go to the gym, and then I snooze it and continue to snooze it. And I'm yawning again. Dadgummit. We should turn this yawning into like a drinking game or something. I've got water. Wednesdays are double caffeine days. So that's usually how my Tuesdays are. But I ended up working half the day from my house, and then I ran down to my parents' house and worked with them, and I did not have any caffeine then. So I'm just daggum out of steam today. But I'm going to get actually some sleep tonight, and we're going to be full of energy tomorrow. So very excited about that. I do horse therapy tomorrow. Interesting. Do you want to tell us more about that, Adam? Because I actually genuinely would like to know more. Anybody else? Do we have like a hands up thing here? Sorry, I'm catching back up on comments that I missed. Can y'all hear my music that's playing? Just asking because y'all might think it's weird, but I think it's great. Get some sleep if you need the rest. I am going to get some sleep tonight. That's the plan. You hear something. Okay, well, I don't know why, but my brain has been stuck on sea shanties lately. Um, it just happens from time to time. I bounce all over the place as far as the music spectrum goes, but it's in my head. It's been sea shanties right now, probably because they're just very fun to like sing yell, and you don't actually have to have any music. You can just have a good tune, and then if you have a good tune, you can change all the words to be about whatever you need them to be. So this morning I I called my dad and I was singing him a shanty tune, but with the words to let him know that I didn't go to sleep until 6 a.m. So anyway, I don't know. I love it. I love it. Um, horse therapy for PT. Look up a sea shanty called the Kitty Man. All right, we'll do that later. But yeah, I've got like a whole playlist, and half the time it's like the same song, but like by 4 different artists, and some of them have accents, so they're all just a little bit different, or the musical change up. I don't know. I just like it. I like it. I like music that is just fun to like sing. Charlie says you look way better in the new camera. Charlie, is it giving you a headache like the old camera setup did? Because I could tell immediately when I went to take the photo for this that like, wow, this is a lot more crisp. And I think my room looks better. Although I thought there was a mark on my wall, but it's just a shadow. I go to a horse ranch for PTSD therapy and for physical therapy, and it's free for veterans. So I get to groom, walk, and ride the horses. Hey, that is awesome. I'm glad that that's available to you. So very cool. Do you have like one particular horse that you see, or is it like multiples? I've been listening to Brantley Gilbert lately, speaking of music. Hey, that's a good choice. Oh no. Did anybody else hear about Loretta Lynn dying? Because that is a tragedy in the country music. She's obviously, pretty up there in age, but just very sad. I'm a Loretta fan. I like my lady country artists like Loretta and Linda and Patsy. But yeah, I mean, as far as other stuff we got going on, I'm kind of sad that none of y'all in the comments are going to be able to come to this machine gun shoot, guys. Well, Charlie's coming. Charlie, you're coming. I just announced to the world. Where's my South Carolina people? Oh, Pew Pew Daly's on here. He's coming to the machine gun shoot. Anyway, because there's like a bunch of stuff happening there that is just getting more and more exciting. Asher, were you on here when we were talking about flamethrowers? Because it's behind me. That's the one that's coming to the shoot to as a door prize. We've got door prizes. We've got prize tables. What else do we have? Let's walk through this maybe. Let me remember what we have, as if I haven't been thinking about it all day today and all of the days for the last few months. Okay, so we've got machine guns. We've got, no, just kidding. We're not going to do that. But yeah, I mean, it's shaping up to be pretty awesome. LMT Defense is going to be out there. They are introducing their sister company and a new line of suppressors. This will be the first time that LMT is going to be showing these suppressors off in any kind of public demonstrations. So that is really daggum cool. I'm just excited that they are doing this with us. And then rugged suppressors will be out there. They are going to be obviously letting people test fire their different suppressors, and then they're also doing an MP5 challenge that will win in Obsidian 9. So how cool is that? We do have a sub gun. We're calling it a sub gun fun run. So if there's any sub gunners on here, just shoot me an email if you need information about it. But it's basically like a 50 to 70 target little course that you have to do, and then we've got 3 different categories: open bolt, closed bolt, unlimited. You can compete in it multiple times, and your best time will be your competitive time. We've got good prizes for that. Obviously our machine gun line is stacked, which is awesome. We do have a rentals company coming out. His list of rental options is a little bit overwhelming. Like, when you go to a restaurant where everything they make is good and you just can't decide what kind of food mood you're in. Well, this guy's got like the craziest list. Either you're going to spend all your money on the rentals, or you're going to be disappointed that you didn't shoot something. So he's got a really great setup. That's DNA Guns. We also have Battle Buddy 3 Gun is setting up their signature stage. We posted about them today, which is pretty cool because immediately after we posted, I got emails from 3 different guys asking more details about Battle Buddy, and they want to get connected with them because um, they'd never heard of them. So really cool that we were able to spread the word like that. What else? Who else? Triple F Firearms is going to be out there. Super excited to see them. We used to see them out at Knob Creek. So they're going to be set up doing demonstrations and all sorts of stuff. Glock will be out there. They are going to be doing hourly demonstrations with the Glock 18. Ashley, pro shooter for Glock, is going to be out there meeting and greeting people, which will be awesome. And then, of course, there will be test firing Glocks because why not? It's going to be awesome. We also have Mid Georgia Gunsmithing is going to be coming out there. They have a new line of suppressors that they're going to be demoing. We've got Barrett. They're going to be set up with a long range. I'm trying to think if I'm missing anybody as far as gun companies that are set up to shoot. I think that covers it. We also have Brownells coming out, which y'all know I just love Brownells. I've worked with them for many years. They're going to be set up out there doing giveaways. We've got 3 giveaways Friday and more Saturday. These giveaways are going to be for 50 rounds through an M2. They partnered with DNA Guns, so pretty daggum crazy. I know that's a dream gun for a lot of people. Anyway, and then we've got other great companies like High Caliber, USCCA, City Arsenal from South Carolina is coming up to set up. Then we've just got like a crazy list of vendors. If you want the full list, I would just go to the website, but I'm just so daggum excited to get out there and just see everything. We may do flamethrower demonstrations. I'm still working on that with our pyrotechnics guy. I wonder if Bill ever gets on here. But anyway, we do have a pyrotechnics team that we are working with and very excited to be working with them. And yeah, tell people they can get a photo with you there. Yeah, if you're there, please get a photo with me if you can catch me. I am sure that I am going to be like all over, just trying to handle everything. So I don't know how much fun as far as like stuff I'm going to actually get to participate in, just because obviously I have to be on the administration side. But yeah, if you do end up coming out there, please, and you see me, please stop me and tell me hello. I have been, for the most part, the one that has been speaking with every single shooter, every single vendor. And I am just so excited. I don't know what the right word is to finally like get to see everybody out there. And I just can't wait to see people enjoying themselves. I know a lot of folks in the firearms industry, when they've been in it a long time, it's fun to watch other people get to enjoy stuff that you've done or had the opportunity to do a lot. Because I know me personally, even when I was new to full auto, like it was still just so fun to see somebody shoot it for the first time and like just get their genuine reaction. And I just love it. So I don't know. I'm going to try not to get emotional because it does make me emotional to talk about it, but I'm just really, really very happy that we're able to do this. Anyway, we'll shake that off. Definitely will on Instagram. What the heck's going on in these comments? Asher's chatting. Asher, you better put up a video after the after the machine gun shoot. Asher, the people want you to be on YouTube. What the heck? Give the people what they want. We're gonna keep bothering you until this happens, right? I get Linkin Park stuck in my head all the time. They have a donkey. What in the world's happening? They have a donkey named Kong and special needs for the special needs kids to walk. Oh, how cool is that? Sorry, I was reading the thing about Lincoln Park and then that. So I was like, what am I reading? I'm all over the place with comments. Sometimes I think the comments are a little bit all over the place the way they come in because I get confused. But can I wear a tank top? Are you asking me if you can wear a tank top, Asher, or is this a whole different story? And are we making any references to the one RSO that was rude to me? And we're not going to get into that because nobody likes the complainer, right? I'd love to do a battle buddy competition, but they don't come to Washington, at least not yet. Hopefully someday. Yeah, I don't think they've ever been that far. I don't know. I know there's something in Texas usually. There's actually one in Florida this week, and they are setting up a single stage at All American Machine Gun Shoot. So, yeah, I don't know. If I ever see anything, I will definitely let you know. It's an amazing organization to work with, and it's going to be very cool to see how things grow for them. So, anyway, Rachel, will you be doing an armory type backdrop in the background of the room you're in? So, oh boy, that was almost a disaster. I don't know if y'all saw that, but I just went and like swooped and almost knocked my gigantically huge cup of water all over my desk. That could have been bad. Okay, so what I'm thinking in here is I don't know exactly what I want to do, which is why everything's a little bit still blank, but I do have this dresser in here mostly because it was in the hallway and it was in my way. I have another space that I'm probably going to make. It's right now it's more of like a studio, and that will probably be where I do lives in the future, and that is gonna have a pretty neat like armory type backdrop. I haven't decided which way I want to go with it yet because I've got ammo crates that could fill the whole wall up, or I could do, like a gun wall or something, or I don't know. What do y'all want to see? Because y'all are the ones that are looking at the background, right? You need sleep. You're more zoned out than usual. Yes, I am terribly sorry that you can notice this. Okay, wait, what is happening now? Because all these comments are coming through at the same time. Genuinely, I'm just very proud of myself for figuring out how to turn this camera on, though. I thought that I was not going to figure it out, and we were going to have to do one more very grainy evening, and Charlie was going to be very disappointed and probably get sick because he had to watch this. But anyway, we got it figured out. Guns and ammo. I don't know. We got to figure it out. I can't quite decide. But I think for this room, I'm going to make this more like a cozy office. I think is the plan. Yeah, that water cup was almost a disaster. I'm looking at the stuff that I have on my desk right now, and I just, first of all, the live would have been over immediately. And then I would have spent the rest of my evening before I fall asleep probably moving stuff around and making sure I didn't ruin anything. So glad we caught that. That could have been terrible. Hydration is a wonderful thing. Keep it simple, a nice office with a splash of gun. That's what I'm thinking for this. I also have, so I need like more than one office or something. I don't know. I do have a whole house I could decorate, but I've got, I have like so many things, right? I've got little things I've been collecting. So I've got like, I could have decorated an entire Hooters store because I have so much old memorabilia from that. I need to probably get rid of some of that. But I also have obviously dinosaur stuff. I've got a Sinclair sign that I need to figure out where I want to hang that if I want to in here or the studio. I do still have we went through some of this, but I do still have my dinosaur footprint that will go somewhere in here, and I think it's going to look very beautiful with walls. And then some shelving, and then I'm getting a chair for that corner, which means this thingy will scoot over or just leave. That'll probably go into one of the guest rooms here in a little bit. But I need an interior designer. I'm also getting a different desk. I can't remember if I ever finished telling you all the updates, but we'll run through that super quick. So obviously I'm in my new office, no longer on the floor in the living room, which is how we started these lives, and no longer taking over my husband's office because realistically, now that he is no longer on the road, he didn't really love it when I was taking over his office every Tuesday. And sometimes in between. So I am in my own office. The desk that I got, well, we had to hit them up 3 times to get the parts because all the different little tool kits that they were supposed to be with the desk didn't show up. And even now, still there's a bracket missing. So I don't know if you can tell. Yep, if I touch that there, then it messes with the whole level of the desk. So I am not keeping this desk. We're gonna have to do something different. But bye, Asher. I'll see you soon. Sorry, I just read that comment. Anyway, I just got really distracted by comments. Do a Jurassic scene with a variety of dino species. That'd be pretty cool. I like that idea. Gun and ammo crate wall flanked by your Africa mount and your T-Rex mount. Okay, so the thing with the T-Rex mount, though, I don't know. I'm torn on things. There's actually a Triceratops mount that I've got my eye on, but I've got to get the, we got to go on the hunt and get the story correct here. I do have that T-Rex over my fireplace right now. I kind of don't want to move it, but when my wildebeest and my impala get here, I don't know. I got to figure out where I want all this because that wildebeest is just like beautiful. And I think we talked about putting that in the dining room though, so I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. Take that wall out behind you and make one giant office. So the problem with that is that our best guest room is over here, and I'd be better off just turning the studio I have now into a giant office, which is what I'm kind of doing. And then I've got this room that could be like an office space or another guest room if we needed it. But right now it's my office, and it works out very well for what it is. I just need to, fill it up with stuff that's not in boxes like that and the stuff you can't see right over here. Anyway. Yes, guns, knives, ammo, cans, and flamethrowers with a camo wall covering. Camo wall covering. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna go camo wall covering, but I do want the crate idea. I just love because y'all know I love crates. We've talked about this quite a bit. I'm talking full wall coverage of thick jungle scene, peppered with kitted out dinos. Do you have like an artist that can draw this up for me? Because I've got a really vivid imagination. I'm not sure I'm imagining exactly the same thing as you. My reloading bench is is in my bedroom. I don't know what I just thought I was reading. That's awesome. What if you want to share with us, what did you get for your reloading bench? Very curious. I just got quite a bit of stuff from Frankfurt Arsenal after the reloading trip that I went on. And I have not finished setting it up yet. I have unboxed it all now, so we're moving in the right direction for setting everything up. But I also haven't been able to find components for reloading 6mm, so hasn't really been like super high on my list yet. Plus, I do still have a little bit of ammo left from that trip that I'm hanging on to until I do find stuff to reload. But anyway, knitting guns. Need some flags in the room. Yeah, I do. I need something, that's for sure. I also need to finish painting the ceiling, which you can't see, but I just looked up at it and it needs a little bit of paint. Oh no, we're still yawning. Excuse me. So just because I'm curious, I mean, obviously I'm going to go back and watch this video probably and just see what's going on. Is the audio any better than it used to be for those of you that have been on here before? Large wall photos from your show. I will probably do, Charlie. Or if there end up being any articles written about it or anything like that, I absolutely would like to have them. I just got an idea, but I forgot. It's not important enough to like mention on here. So anyway, I did find out. So some of the folks that we have coming out to do video and photos actually live over in Greenville, South Carolina, which is awesome. So um, they let me know that our radio commercial, our radio ad is actually airing now, which is crazy. I don't get that station, obviously, being in Georgia. So I was really happy to know that somebody heard it. Somebody I know heard the commercial for our machine gun shoot. How daggum cool. Um, like I said, I'm just kind of in awe that this is really happening. And I will add that machine gun shoot planning and wedding planning during a pandemic feel eerily similar for the amount of exhaustion and the amount of like the amount of like breakdowns that I've had as we lead up to this. It's almost identical to wedding planning, which is just really funny. I need to figure out how to put this AK-47 mount on my Visca. I will refer you to some AK specialist pages. I'm sure you know them. Good point. Just a random idea. I like the way you think, though, Max. And I will probably use that. Right now, I've got Bonnie and Dixie, my gun bunnies, are taking up residence in the studio room. So I'm thinking that I just fix them up something really cute in there and then expand the rest of the space and make it really cool for different little video sets and stuff. Plus, we've entertained the idea, my brother and I, which I don't know how many of y'all knew I had a brother, but I do. We've entertained the idea of doing some sort of maybe podcast. I don't know. I don't know if y'all want to deal with me talking more than you already do. Although in that sort of setting, it would be, we'd have bullet points of like what we're actually talking through and about, which is very different than Tuesday Night Lives, because I literally just look around my office sometimes and I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't tell you about this Otis thing that I got, which I did actually tell you about this Otis thing that I got because I opened it with you and I still haven't figured out how to get it back in the box, but I need to pack it up for the machine gun shoot because I need to have the 50 cal cleaning kit with me at All American. So anyway, that was a really long way of saying that this is not the most organized forum for me to be talking to you, because I often, very often, more often than I'd like to admit, don't make notes for what to cover. I literally just get on here and ramble. Y'all been on here. Sometimes we go down the rabbit hole of fast food and TV shows and all sorts of darn things. This is the Flamethrower lady subscribed last week when I watched that video. Which video did you watch? We've got a couple of Flamethrower videos. I'm very curious. Was it the Peeps or was it the, there's Peeps. I just got notifications. Sorry. Oh, sparklers. Ha. The sparkler video was, honestly, all the Flamethrower videos have been a lot of fun to make and a lot of setup time. But the sparkler one, I loved reading the comments on, because everybody was like, you're not supposed to light sparklers from the middle or the bottom. But really, guys, I'll say this out loud here and with friends, because that's what this is, right? Family, actually, if you want to get technical. If you light a flamethrower or if you light a sparkler from the middle, it just burns faster, right? So you can actually light sparklers from any area of the sparkler. They're just very difficult to actually light, and anybody that's ever used a sparkler knows that even if you hold a flame a little lighter on it, it's going to take a minute. So it was very interesting to see how long it took the the actual flamethrower to get them lit. But anyway, yeah, that was one of my favorite ideas. I've got quite a few more Flamethrower ones that are coming out. I'm not going to say their name, but I have somebody working on my intro for my YouTube videos, and it was supposed to be done 8 weeks ago. And I fussed at them yesterday in the nicest way ever. I just need the video done. But fingers crossed that it's going to be done here, and I got a bunch of content to dump. That's kind of what I'm waiting on now. Also, just for my sanity, not having to edit a video on top of everything else I'm doing. I'm using that as an excuse to not post a video for you. But as soon as All American's over, content goes right back into YouTube, or focus goes back into YouTube. I will be doing lives and posting videos for you, which is going to be so exciting. Anyway, I believe it's cool. I believe that is the cool appeal of rambling open forum and real. Good. I'm glad you enjoy it, because I mean, I think sometimes it's probably hard to watch, or I don't know how people go back and watch these videos. For me, I just listen to myself and I'm like, oh man, I shouldn't have said that, or oof, you definitely seem scattered or whatever. But I don't know how people that aren't on here live interacting are able to go back and watch lives, because it's so all over the place. It's so all over the place. I also don't know if you can see the comments when you go back and watch it, so it probably seems very out of context. Anyway, podcast is a fantastic idea. Okay, Colton, I'm writing you down as somebody that told me it was a fantastic idea in case I fail. I'm just kidding. But good, I'm glad to know somebody else might like that. Try something just to do it because it's fun. Yep, I like that too. It's a flamethrower. You can hit them at the top. Exactly. Exactly. Live chats do not come in the replay. Okay, interesting. Yeah, like I said, I've gone back and listened to some of it. I've gone back and listened before, but I've never really paid attention. I've always just put it on while I'm doing something else. So, you know. Now my brain is like wrapped around the different flamethrower ideas that we've got coming out, which I'm really excited about. I love the flamethrower videos. I want to be known as the flamethrower lady. So Joel, you made my night. The flamethrower lady. I never thought that would be what I'd grow up to be. Although here in a couple of weeks, it might be the flamethrower / machine gun lady, which would be crazy. I don't know. But anyway, I think unless anybody has any last minute things they want to chime in about, crazy. Oh, I thought you were calling me a crazy cat lady, and I was about to like defend myself. Flamethrower lady is definitely above crazy cat lady. I believe I was a crazy duck lady for a little while because I don't know, Instagram wanted to start that. But I do have ducks, and we've talked about this before. I got awkward. I don't know what to add to that. I actually have ADHD for real, so unscripted and open form is actually fun. Okay, cool. I like that. Thank you for the duck emojis. I think the Sparklers video was the first one of yours I watched and hooked for life. That's awesome. I'm glad you watched it. I can't remember what came first. This Peeps. I think Peeps came first, and then the Sparklers. Also, I will probably never sing in a video again, and so the only one out there that happens in is the Peeps video. Are you thinking about always doing your lives from the same spot? I think it'd be interesting to have an occasional video from the range, around the house, property, doing normal Rachel's life stuff. So that is totally an option. And next week's live is actually going to be from the sawmill. We've done lives from a couple of different hotels when we're on the road before. And I've had my dad jump on here before if y'all were around for that one. So no, excuse me, yawn. No, we don't have to always do them from the same spot, but I usually do them at 10 o'clock. So as far as being able to see if we're outside or something, might be a little bit difficult, although I have this new fancy camera, so maybe we can change things up. Yeah, I mean, I'm open to moving things around and trying something different, but we will definitely be going live from the barracks next week at the sawmill, leading up to All American, which will be crazy. I might actually have the prize, the grand prize. I might actually have that unboxed next week so we can look at it together. And as well, I don't know, I might be stuffing envelopes and doing little tedious work things while we're on here next week too. So this could be very fun. Um, Attach a flamethrower under the barrel on a machine gun. It's not the craziest idea I've ever heard. What's up? Hello, glad you made it on here. Although I am probably going to be wrapping it up here in just a few minutes, but I'm glad you were able to jump on anyway. I think it would be more fun to tie firecrackers to Peeps and watch them splatter. So interesting you say that. I don't think they would splatter, and here's why. I'm not going to give away the full video idea, but we were working on a second Peep video idea. Actually, before we did the flamethrower Peep video idea, which you need to follow up with another idea. I got a lot of ideas that revolve around Peeps. Not sure how that happened, but it did. I just really don't like them. So we were trying to do something with shotguns and Peeps, and it didn't go as, it was very windy, so it didn't go as expected. I'll let you use your imagination on what we were trying to do. Anyway, there was a couple of Peeps that were on the ground, so I just went by and hit them with a 410 when we walked past because why not? And I will say that you would think it would splatter. However, what actually happened was the entire Peep just went 3 inches into the ground, and you could pull the Peep back out and it was still intact. So people that like Peeps, that's what you're eating. Let's just put it like that. And I know that we talked about this last week, and I said that I'm going to still eat candy corn, even though it had whatever ingredient another fella was telling us about. But just think about that with Peeps. Just think about that. It's a Dylan Progressive 5-station brass prep from Lyman, mostly, and overhead. That's awesome. Congratulations on your setup. I hope you love it. I think if you stuff a firecracker in them, they would probably splatter. Maybe, I don't know. I think they might just split. But we might need to find out for science. Right? I don't know. I am also convinced that you could make a fireproof, you could fireproof things with Peeps just based on what we saw with the way they melted. Excuse me. All right, this might be the end of it because I'm getting sleepy. Peeps just makes them sound creepy anyway. They deserve to explode. What are they peeping at? I don't know. These are the questions I ask myself at 11 o'clock at night and sometimes in the morning. Watch the Peeps act like they like the foam and fire extinguishers and put out flames. Yeah, I think that there's something there. I think that Peeps, I'll say this. I don't eat a Peep. I don't enjoy a Peep. But I do peep. That's not what I was going to say. I do think that Peeps are like the ultimate survival food, like apocalypse food, because we've talked about this. If you set them on fire and throw them at something, then it's essentially like the napalm of snacks. Also, and I found this out a while ago. If you buy Peeps, they typically last like 5 to 7 years, except this last year's batch said it was only like a 2-year expiration date. But some of the Peeps from the past, they had like a 5 to 7 year expiration date. So brilliant, right? If you're in a survival situation, why not grab 5 to 7 year expirating Peeps? That wasn't the right word, but yeah. Sweet dreams, Rachel, for when you. Thank you so much. I'm going to need all the dreams, and I'm going to very definitely crash. I'm on board for this war against Peeps. I like it. We're teaming up here. Peeps versus Twinkies. I think the Peep outlasts the Twinkie, guys. I think it does. And on that note, I think that y'all may have outlasted me because the tired is real, and Rachel needs to go to bed. So anyway, well, I'm very glad that y'all all jumped on here with me. We'll read a couple more comments and we'll get off here. If you eat Peeps for 5 years, I think you will expire quicker than that. I'm not thinking you eat only Peeps. I'm just thinking that you have in any apocalypse situation, you have them for like a quick snack, right? Pop a peep, get an energy boost because of all the sugar and the rush, and then knock out some zombies, and then keep them. I mean, although if you open peeps, they expire real quick because if you open them like 2 hours later, they're all stale. But anyway, it's a work in theory. We're still figuring it out, so we'll keep doing that. Um, all right, I'm going to bed. Thank you so much for being on here, and I will talk to y'all next Tuesday from the sawmill as we are setting up for All American Machine Gun Shoot. So it's crazy. I can't believe it's 10 days away. Cannot believe it's 10 days away. All right, y'all have a good night. Thanks, guys. Check you later.